Moving on to our next topic of the day, we're going to Myanmar. And before I get started, we're going to talk about a holiday that takes place in this country called Thinkyan. It's their national New Year holiday of Burmese. So this is kind of like the China New Year, Tet, or our Solar New Year in Korea. Okay, so let's read about it, as this takes place in April. Okay, so Thinkyan accumulates in the Burmese New Year, and the period of holidays are the most important and the biggest festival in Myanmar. Formerly, the dates of Thinkyan would have been based on the Burma lunar solar calendar, but the dates have now been fixed on April 13th. A little bit about the history. Thinkyan is celebrated at the same time as many other New Years in the region. Thinkyan historically marked the changing of the year by the sun moving from the Pisces to Aries. The word Thinkyan is about to have derived from the ancient Sanskrit, which means change. The legend of origin of the Thinkyan relates to the argument over the mathematical problem between two gods. The loser of this argument had his head cut off. However, when his head hit the ground, the earth would burn, or if thrown in the sea, the water would dry up, and if thrown in the air, it would explode like a fireball. To keep this from happening, 7 goddesses took turns holding the head for a year each, changing over on Thinkyan. The winner of the argument cut off the head of an elephant and stuck it in the headless body, thereby creating the god Ganesh. How are things celebrated on this holiday? Even though Thinkyan has now been fixed in mid-April, its current date is a welcome position in the calendar, as it occurs at the hottest time of the year in Myanmar. And being a water festival, it is a great opportunity to cool down and get some relief from the sweltering heat. If you are in Myanmar during Thinkyan, prepare to get wet. Everyone is likely to get soaked as people roam around with buckets of water or hose, spraying water on anyone they can. This tradition originates from the custom of washing away the bad luck of misfortune of the previous year, entering the new year cleansed from the past. Water cleansing is a custom common in many New Year festivals around the world. So my question for you, what holiday is special to you or your country? Why? How has the social distancing closures affected the way you celebrate holidays? Leave your comments below. On to our last topic of the day. This still is in Myanmar, and it still is about the Thinkyan holiday. The Myanmar State Councilor stated the national level bug response team announced Monday afternoon that the government will provide basic food for those struggling across the country during the national 10-day Thinkyan holiday from this week amid the heavier restrictions of movement to curb the spread of the bug. So far, Myanmar has reported 22 cases. The announcement came after the state council's request for citizens to stay at home during this time of the Thinkyan Water Festival, the largest event in Myanmar's calendar to prevent the spread of the disease. The April 10th to 19th holiday follows further restrictions on residents' movement, including orders for people to stay home, shutting down the public transport, and banning gatherings. Thinkyan normally allows many families to earn money by selling food and beverages to travelers. In the announcement on Monday, the Prevention Control Treatment Committee said from Friday that the government would distribute rice, cooking oil, salt, beans, and onions to those who lack a regular income during the holiday. They also previously stated on Facebook that users that she would be aware of people's concerns during the holiday and said that the government was planning for a solution. Apparently, the food distribution the government has promised provides 150 electrical units for domestic use until the end of April, encouraging people to stay home. So my question for you is, how is your government doing or handling the poor, the homeless, or the isolated? In my case, isolated could be people that live on a farm and have no neighbors for a long way, or maybe 2 or 3 families on an island or part of the jungle. Anyway, leave your comments below, and this was the last article of the day. Hi, the small clip you saw was brought to you by Loyal World News. If you like what you saw, you should subscribe and look up my daily Loyal World News report for its full version. If you don't want to watch it on YouTube, prefer to be on the road, I also have a podcast in every full-length video I put up.